Afternoon all. How we doing? Hey. How we doing? Wow. What a nice day in southwest England today. I was going to say in South Devon, but I'm in North Devon, so it's North Devon. So it's about 24 degrees in here. I've got a nice little breeze blowing through, so it's not too bad. It was a bit warm earlier though, people. A bit warm earlier. So, who have we got in? I take it I'm live. I take it you can all see me. So I was wondering what to do today, but I thought I've got to finish off the RFM3. I've only just finished the Danish oil in midnight last night, so you know, it's time to get it back together. Really. Hi ZX, how are you? Let's go down through the list and see who we've got in. We've got Colin, I think, in first today. Like I say, unfortunately, I didn't put the notification out till literally about half an hour ago, so apologies for the short notice. But I was trying to sort out Brian's FRG 7700 Signal Hunter, and I was waiting on PayPal and all sorts of other bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden it all came through. So I hit the button and printed the labels up, only to find that it had to be sent today. So it's a mad rush after lunch trying to get it all packed up, labelled, and literally Mrs. Crunch has just gone down the post office with it now. So not a lot of time today to get sorted, so apologies for that, everybody. So Colin's in, Derek Tuffman. Hi, Derek. All well here, mate. Hope you're okay. Theo. Good day, happy crunchers. Michael Hyde. Hi, Michael. Nick and Stroud. Petronics. Chris Brown. Hi, Chris. Barry Charney, afternoon Barry. Pat Jones, hi Pat. ZX, hello again. Yeah, I'll be racking your brains in a minute, Mr. ZX, for that chip that you were talking about. Hi, Benji's in and out again. Aston's in. Hi, Aston. Hi, Gavin. Hi, Doug. 21 degrees and cloudy. Well, it's 24 and clear. A little bit windy. I think that's Mrs. Cruncher just come back from the post office. Soon here when the dogs stop barking. Hi, Phil. Phil Taylor. Yeah, that's Mrs. Cruncher come back. Mrs. Cruncher's come back. It wouldn't be right without Benji's banner, really, would it? So we're still in lockdown. The lockdown live streams are going on for the time being. We'll see how it goes. When people start going back to work, then we may drop it down to just 1 day a week, well, one midweek stream, but we'll see. At the moment, I've still got plenty to get on with, so you're welcome to join me if you're interested. So yeah, like I say, today I want to try and put the RFM3 back together. It shouldn't take long, and I've got plenty of other stuff if it gets done pretty quick. I've also got to put that IC on for Brett. Remember the kit that he won, the FM radio kit? He says he'd like me to put the IC on that one, so I'll be looking for some ideas on how to install the IC. Hi, Time Tech, how are you? And thanks for your little tip on the audio chip, Time Tech. Again, I'll be racking your brains for that in a minute. Dom, in and out this afternoon. He's rubbing his springs, I think. Andrew Pitt from Berlin. Did you fix the Grundig Satellite 2100? Not yet, Andrew. That one's in the queue now. I can't remember how far we got with that, but I did glance at it this morning. And I thought I must drag that one up and get it done. I don't think it was too difficult to fix, was it? So there we are. That's the plan, anyway. So let's get you on the bench, and we'll have a look and see how far we've got with this. Let's just zoom that out a little bit because I'm a bit close in. So there he is. I've got my glass of water ready, look. So that's the case. What have I done? I've gone over this badge Sean very kindly sent me this, is it Molotov? Molotov liquid chrome pen. So I've gone around that badge and filled it in. I've gone over it a little bit on the top, so I need to clean that off in a bit. But I've done the sides. They've got 3 coats of Danish oil on them, as you see. So the case is ready. Still slightly tacky, so I will leave this out for another day before packing it and sending it. Overall, it's yeah, it's looking a hell of a lot better. It's really, really dull before they've gone really dry. So yeah, there we are. I've got to brush out some dust that I've just spotted in the speaker and inside, so I'll do that in a minute. Get rid of that because we don't want to be putting it all back together with someone else's body parts in it. So to speak. Let's give that a blow off a minute. We are. So, what have we got to do then? We've got to put this speaker back in, haven't we? Leave the positive is marked on that. That speaker goes terminals down. Let's put the speaker back in first then. So it's literally, I'm going to put this back together and I'll show you what I've done as we go, really. So I'll catch up with the yes, exposed speakers. Yeah, you know what I'm like, Doug. You've got to watch me on the speakers. Doug is the speaker police. I'm going to get it in quick, Doug, before I do any damage to it, mate. Not that I'm, you know, known for damaging speakers, you know. I might have damaged the odd one. Much to our disgust. But then you are watching me live, so anything goes, really, doesn't it? Something's bound to happen. There's that. I have cleaned the speaker off already as well. So that's the speaker safely in, Doug. I'll just see if I can find my little sockets. Just my tool check. I thought it was just there, but it's gone now. I don't know where my little tool check thing has gone. I wonder if my Christmas kit's got one of those sockets. That's a bit big, I think. Yeah, it's a bit big. Don't use the old Christmas kit much. Oh, hang on, you're looking at the wrong camera now. Oh dear, oh dear, what are you doing? There we go. Trying to find my little socket bit check set is what I was trying to say. I don't know where that has gone. Ah, there it is. It was where it should have been all along. Smaller than 6, 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 mil. Again, there's no point mullering these up mega tight because you'll just pull them from the wood. I'm just doing those finger tight. probably be sensible to put a little tiny bit of thread lock on that, so we'll do that as well. We'll do the thread lock. If I can find it. If I can't, we won't. There it is. Little thing, thread lock. Thread lock. What else we got in? Simon from work. Afternoon, Simon. Hi, Andy Tobin. Spanky. Live, working from home, and RC Live is too distracting. Wow, just pretend that I'm not here. Right, so I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of this thread lock on it. It'll just stop these coming undone. It's good practice, really, I suppose, isn't it? Again, this is just something I picked up from Lidl, I believe. So I'm not going to go mad, just put a little tiny bit on the nut. Takes quite a while to go off that stuff as well. Gonna drip, so let's just get that off. Right, that's the speaker safely back in. Yeah, we've got to probably. So I have cleaned it all up. You can see that that new polish the dial face as well. But that new blue piece that I did has gone in there lovely. It was like a diarrhea brown last time, if you remember. Till I flipped it over, did the flip on it. Right. I have got an order in for another one of these, so I've had to buy one in specially to restore, which is a bit crazy. I normally only restore from stock, but I think I underestimated how many of these I had in stock. And this literally was my last one. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky. So the other thing is, in this power lead, I've installed a diode, what they call the idiot diode. If you can see that or not, but I put a Schottky diode in there to stop reverse polarity, and we'll test that in a minute and see if it actually works. It's either that or we're going to blow the radio up, one of the two. So potentially we could blow the radio up in a bit, which is good news, isn't it? Right, so let's do this one first, because this is the hardest one to get fitted. Let's move that around. So I was hoping this would go out in the post today, but it's not happened. It's rare that anything happens to plan here, really. So what have you all been up to then? It's important not to do this up too tight because you'll crack the plastic. That one's already showing signs of cracking, but it's not broken at the moment. that's that. Let's push it all the way home now. There's one side that don't want to go in. Where's me Mr. Cody Spudger? There we are. Okay, securing screws. Yeah, time tech. I'll confess, I put it in the wrong wire to start with. I put it in the battery supply, not the main supply. Tried reversing it, luckily on my current regulated supply, and I thought, hey, hang on, that's not working. So, yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute. These handle things, there's not a lot of bite left in these, so let's see if we can stick a bit of wood from a cocktail stick in there, just to help it bite. You need a little slither like that. There we go, that's the handle mount. Yeah, it's biting. These are popular little radios, so I could sell these all day long really. Then they're fairly easy to restore. Let's say we recapped it in record time last time, didn't we? So I've just done the cosmetics really since you saw it last. A little shard in there. Again, don't muller those up mega tight. Let's connect our speaker. The positive is marked. The positive is the blue one there. And the negative. So I've sprayed all the switch bank, lubricated everything. It's all pretty much good to go. I'll leave the bottom cover off for a minute because we'll stick it on a battery as well in a minute just to check. Let's screw that area in. There you are. Very, very nice looking RFM3. I must do one of these for myself one day. I keep selling them. I can't keep hold of them. We haven't checked the caps on this one either because we didn't have time, did we? So we'll have a look at the caps as well in a minute. I'll guess the caps game. Certainly that was a quick recap job. So what I'll do is let's get... How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? We need to see the power supply. Get... So there's the radio. Actually looks better in that camera, doesn't it? Slightly warmer. I don't know, I've got to mess about with the camera settings on this other camera. Right, let me sort this camera out onto the power supply. The other camera. And we can have a look at it powered up. I think it's the shutter on that needs altering. Okay, so stick that picture in picture, or the other way around. Probably easier for you to see if I put that in there. And no, scrub that. We'll do it that way. You should be able to see that. So we're actually looking at this side today, over here. That's where I've got my power lead connected. So we need to put it center pin negative. I'm going to swap that over. I'm going to plug that into the side of the radio. And hopefully
you've got to be very careful in circumstances where you buy particularly cosmetics and health products online and they come from outside of the EU.
Now, interestingly, of all the years that I've spoken to you, and you've talked about what you can get, potentially you can get money back from your credit card as well, because they've got this joint liability to supply the goods. I've always listened to it, and it's always been kind of a theory. Recently, I had a couple of weeks ago in a different context, I was supposed to be going on a Flybe flight, and of course Flybe
it could be because I haven't got the aerial screw in yet. Let's pop the aerial screw in, because that's buzzing a little bit. Let's turn it around so it's the little thingy bobs line up. Put that in a minute. Try that again.
Once you've done that, I've used this strategy before as well, and got the money back off the credit card company when the business has gone bust.
Right. So let's do the unheard of then, and let's reverse that power supply. So you can see I've got the negative going to the positive because its center pin is negative. So if I reverse that, so I'm now going center pin positive. This is brave, isn't it? This is brave. We have a drum roll. So if I turn it on now, it's either going to go bang. Let's just turn the current limit down, just in case. It's either going to go bang or nothing's going to happen. Ideally, nothing's going to happen at all. There you go. Nothing at all. So that is working. Reason I've used the Schottky diode rather than a normal one is because this uses ICs, and ICs, they usually want a fairly specific power, and there's a lower voltage drop on a Schottky.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine.
Personal love of classical music.
I'm one of those people who...
I wanna take you right there. Dash is one more.
How to win friends and in...
I've done the dial alignment on it as well, so that's all sorted. So there you are. Let's swap the cameras back around. Right, okay, there we are, back as we were. Let me just catch up with the chat a minute, because I think we've had a few people join since I started that. Johnny Comic, afternoon Johnny, how are you? And which thread lock is stronger, blue or red? I really don't know. Afternoon Paul, Mr. Cody's. Bit late on parade, R600 module sensation. Sensation or disaster, Paul? Not usually a sensation. Hi Mike, how are you? Bit tired up at the moment, but we'll try to catch a stream later on. No worries, Mike. Hi Harb, how are you? Definitely RFM3s. I could sell them all day long. As I say, I've had to buy one in to sell, so I'm not made a lot on that because it's a bit of a panic buy, really. You'll get one eventually. Janker. Jankers. Spud peeling today. As a time set saying a series Schottky diode is much better solution than a diode directly across the DC input, which will short out your power supply if reverse connected. I'll say I did, I can't remember what radio it was now, where I actually soldered an SMD diode onto the board. I can't remember what radio that was now. Afternoon, David Roberts. Just been gardening and finishing a little table I made for the drinks on the patio. Very nice. What's the difference between this and an RT22? I don't think there's a lot of difference, to be honest. I'm sure Paul will answer that. I've got an RT22 in the other room, I think. Oh, sounds like you did deserve the jankers, Paul, for leaving a window insecure. 14 days restrictions and a £220 fine. Oof. Yeah, very little voltage drop on a Schottky, Paul. I think it's 0.3 instead of 0.6 for a normal diode. From memory. You've done sod all apart from sleep and drink Guinness. Johnny, gotta be done, mate. Gotta be done. You've been working on some Class D amps, Nick. Had to buy one in to sell. Thank you for your customer. You didn't have any, Paul. You didn't have any, mate. The Queen has got loads of them. Very good, Gavin. Afternoon, Dave. How are you? Hi, Daniel. Aston's found an RFM3 in the collection. Didn't realise you actually still had one. Dinky, aren't they? They are, mate. They are very dinky. Trying Trying to think what I could put one up against it to see. I mean, obviously you got my hand there. It's not very big at all.
Blake explains.
To be every 3 weeks, and the Prime Minister hinted heavily yesterday that he is expecting to give the go-ahead.
These... Yeah, I think I need to go over these switches again. Could be drill a hole in the bottom of the switches job. Let's get the old. Did I turn that off? I did. Just get this one in.
BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 4.
Available now on BBC Sound.
The Savage Social. It's Robbie Savage here. I'm sat home and still lucky enough that a lot of my former teammates and opponents still talk to me, so I'm going to...
A tangle of weeds in the canal and some river spots which could lead to drowning. There are also... Boris Johnson will discuss the easy...
Just trying not a medium wave up, so.
Really know what people have chucked into the canal over the years, and you can't see that from the side. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff.
So I need to test it on battery as well, just to make sure that nothing's happened there. Get a battery. Switch fungus. Yeah. Let's try battery in it. There we go, battery, and got its base back on.
Expect delays. On the buses and trains, there are still reduced timetables, so check before you travel. Traffic is moving well on the Tamar Bridge. You've got around 15 minutes to wait. 2 ferries running between Devonport and...
On the plateau was where everybody...
Celsius, that's 50 Fahrenheit. Kinds of women.
What are you drinking?
Sharp energy.
Buzzing a little bit, so I need to try and find out what that is as well. Certainly the speaker's fine, there's no issues with the speaker, it's something inside is buzzing. But there you are. That's pretty much it done anyway. There's a couple little jobs for me to do there at some stage, but it's a nice little radio, that. You can see where it just went over. Just slipped with the Molotov pan. Cabbage. Cabbage? What do you want to cap? Oh. What do you want to cap? We've recapped this one already. We've done it the other day. Did you see that? I don't know if you were in the other day, Paul. Or did you just pop in? I can't remember now. But we recapped it in about... No, recapped it in less than half an hour, I think. Went a bit mental. Because we ran out of time. So here's a little pile of caps. So a little pile of caps. So should we have a look and see what they are? Because I did measure a couple of these in circuit and they were way high, these grey track-on things. They aren't brilliant. Little purple ones. I think they're what are they? Telecon. Okay. 1,000 microfarads then. 1,000 microfarads, what do you reckon? What on earth is that? What on earth is that? Something about mushrooms and... I don't know what's going on there. Oh, switch fungus. Right, okay, got you. It's just, you can't really get into the switches very well. So 1,000. Let's just zoom in a bit closer. Come on, Paul, you can't have multiple guesses. Cabbage wasn't in the last time. What did we do last time then? I'm sure we did this one. Right, okay. We ready? 1,000 microfarads. Derek's gone 3 times with the same one. You must be confident, Derek. $974. Oh, I see. Oh, you okay? You didn't want to double with someone. He's actually gone low. That one, unusual. I think it was more than that in circuit, so it must have been paralleled up with someone else. You all gone mega high. Probably Derek's closest. I think Derek's closest. Oh, hang on. Driver's just come in. I'm not sure, driver. That was a bit lastminute.com. I'll let you fight that out with Derek. So that's another track on. What have we got here? 470. $470 now then. 470. $470 ready to go. Yeah, you need to be faster off the mark. Faster off the mark, Dom. So time tech's going lower again. He thinks that the last one went low, so this could be the case. Time tech. 674.49. Extra point for the ESR, don't forget. Extra point for the ESR. $480, Derek's saying. Yeah, it could be $480. I mean, it's one of those things. They normally go high, don't they? $470. But the last one had gone low, which was unusual. 0.98 ohms. He was going for the double. 520.98. 0.12. Let's do it. Whoa. 0.18697. It's gone mental high. I think Paul has probably got the double there, I think. I think you got the double, Paul. Yeah. I think Paul's got the double there. Hang on, Dom's come in late again. Dom. So I think that's Paul. I think Paul's got that one, definite. So have a look at those results because we've got another 470 coming up. Same voltage, but different manufacturer. You got the double, Paul. So different manufacturer this time. This is one of these Telecom ones. We need to get some new clips for these. These clips are terrible. Right, another 470 then at 10 microfarads. Higher or lower? Also raised the stakes on the ESR. He's gone a little bit higher, look. 610, Doug. 433. You're in early this time, Dom. In early. I like that. That's better. 501. Used to play that, Phil, and so did you, Phil. Is it another Phil? It could be another Phil Taylor, couldn't it, Phil? 481. ESR 0.12. Ooh. So we've got some in the 600s. Simon's World. Afternoon Simon. 443. Play your caps right. Yeah, higher or lower. You've done a few RFM3 track-on caps. This is not a track-on. This is a telecom. No, Paul. Telecom. I was surprised that 1,000 had gone low, to be honest. I thought that would have gone up near 2,000. Normally they do, but strange. Are we all done? Anyone late on parade? So we've got a good range there. Let's push the button. Ooh, now we've gone lower now. 527. Who's that then? 501 Phil. 550 Nick. That's closer. 566 Gavin. Oh, I don't know. 23 out. 0.440. Oh, the ESR. I think that's Nick with 550. No, you already had a go, Paul. Captain Cruncher's capacitor roulette. Okay, there's still more. There's still more to go. More excitement. More excitement. Well, let's go down in capacitor size. 100 microfarads now. What are we going to get for 100? $100. This one has a symbolic blob of genuine Roberts solder on the side of it. 100 at 10 volts, I think it is. It's the big one. You got the resistance, Theo, did you? $106.19 ohms. Oh, Paul's gone high. 177. 180, Phil. Brilliant. Very good, Phil. I'm liking it. I think Phil just gets it for 180 anyway, I think. Get this one is a pit full of Komodo dragons. Getting ready. Are you all done? Are you all in? Everybody in? Everybody in? Still going? Collins blank. Good arts, Phil. Oh, 111. Not far off. 111. 0.88. Pulse 0.77. Pulse close on the ESR. Who's nearest to that then? Is it Nick again? Or is it Colin? I think it's Nick again, isn't it? Dom's gone in with 99 right at the last again. Dom. Well, you can't have two guesses. I'll let you fight that out, Dom, with who else was close? Dave Roberts, 1, 2, 3. Doug, 1, 2, 1. Doug's only 10 out. Nick's 6 out. I don't know. You'll have to fight that out amongst yourselves. I think it could be Nick, that one, to be fair, but I just, the maths ain't good. Right, what else have we got? We've got another one. Another one. So is this going to be the same? Same manufacturer, same size, 100 microfarads. Place your bets, please. No, it's not going to do it, is it? He don't want to. He don't even want to go on the tester. This one. He's scared. Scared of the tester. Don't fear the tester. Oh, these croc clips are rubbish. I need a new set of croc clips, people. Another 100 then. Another 180 from Phil. Oh dear. Excellent. You got it, Theo. 106. Yes, you did then. You guys have got to do the maths. 106. Yeah, you were right. I think Paul was the closest for the ESR. They're getting wise now. You're getting wise, you see. Same manufacturer, same size. Should be the same in theory, shouldn't it? But if you're like me, you can't remember what the answer was last time. Chat is lagging on your phone. 151, you're on a finish. Treble 17, treble 20, double tops. Yeah, good call, Spanky. That's a cracking finish, actually. Three darter. Let's go for it then. Dom, you said chat's lagging, but have you had a guess at this one? He's gonna go again, isn't he? Here it goes then. Ooh, 107.98. Ooh, time text close to the ESR, 9.9795. In fact, time tech. Have you? He's virtually bang on. 108. Theo's drawn at 108. I don't think we've got any 107s, have we? It's Theo and Time Tech. But Time Tech's got to take it, Theo, because look at his ESR is only 0.03 out. Hang on, yours is No, yours is 0.8. 0.88 out, I think. Oh, my maths ain't good. I've got to give it to Time Tech, Theo, because of the ESR, mate. Right. What other ones we got here? I think we got 47, 10, 10, 10. And what's this orangey? Another manufacturer. That's a Telecon again. So 47 then next. 47. $47 at 10 volts. Right. All right, mate. I'm gonna do your chip next, Brett, on the kit you won. So you'll have to just turn the volume off. Catch up later, Brett. Open circuit, Paul's saying. Ooh, has he got inside information? Open circuit or low capacitance? It's not 4.7, it's 47. Time Tech thinks it's going to be actually 47. Ooh. That's right, Time Tech. I'll have to give it to you. Literally, I'll have to post it to you. If you're that accurate. 22. Gone low. So, what we got? Phil, I thought you'd have gone for bullseye, Phil. I thought you'd gone for bull on that. Right, let's do it. Oh, he's struggling. Oh! Paul had 2 guesses, though. Which one are we going to let him have? We're saying that open circuit is not open circuit or low capacitance. It's in-circuit leaky. That one is absolutely at it. Or is it because my probes are touching? Let's try that again without the probes touching. Okay. Yeah, probes are touching, but that's gone high. That's the official result there, look. 92.54. Sorry, Paul. My probes were shorted. So that's gone mega high. Nobody's gone that high, have they? Phil Taylor has gone for 66. Paul went for 67. I think Paul still got it. With a double guess. 92 though, that's a bit of a howler, isn't it, that one? That is a howler. 47. It's nearly double. 10 then. We got 3 10s. So should we do the average again? We do the average of all 3 10s. Let's do the average. So get your guesses on. I'm going to do the average of all 3. We can stop the probes touching each other. This is the trouble. These probes are too big really for capacitor legs. Is anybody doing the So this is an average of 3, don't forget. Is anyone doing the maths, or am I doing it? I better do it, I suppose, am I? So I'm the best we got at maths here. I'm the best. So go for the average. So time text saying average of 17 of all 3 caps. So get your bets in now then. Don't forget it's the average of all 3. Just get some done a bit quicker then. We've only got 1 left then. I think the shocker of the bunch so far is that 47, isn't it? Can't remember what part of the circuit that was in now. I can probably tell you. $47. It was on the audio output chip. Pin 2 to ground. Wire a resistor. So that was on the audio chip, so that would have certainly affected the audio quality, definite. Right, how we doing? Have we all placed our bets? Paul hasn't yet. I'm not going to press it and then you guess. Oh, this is for all 3. I'm waiting. Chat can't be lagging that much, surely. So we've got 3, 6, 8 takers. Right on, okay. I'm going to make a start. We could do an average of the ESR as well, just to make it a bit harder, couldn't we? But no, we won't. First one then. Ooh, high ESR, but very close. And the next one. Don't forget, this is the average of the 3 that you're guessing on. Do that again because I didn't have the probes on it properly. Got to get some more clips. These are rubbish. I wonder if anybody's done a mod for this and fitted different clips. It's a 9.5, 4.1 ESR. And the last one. These are going low or not a problem at all. $10.7. 10.74, 3.8. Right. I don't know where my phone is to do the maths. Oh, hell, I'm going to have to add it up, aren't I? 1, 9, 10, not 1. 30.3 divided by 3. 10.1. 10.1 or thereabouts is the average. 10.1. Wouldn't you know that? That's pretty close. They're all bang on. Tom, you're way out. Who's closest there then? 12's pretty close. It's going to be lower than 12. I think it's Phil. Phil, you've won again. Phil always wins. He did till he retired. It's Phil's. Phil's got that one. In the bag. There's only 1 left and that is a 1. So only one left. So what do we think on the one? $50. We can get him clipped on. Ugh, I'm gonna have to get some new clips this week. One. 1.4, Theo says. 1.2, 2.2, 1.46, 0.98, 94, 1.13. Very specific, Pat. 1.25. I'll try and hold it onto the probes here because it doesn't like this one. 0.92. It goes in. Would you believe that? It's actually bang on, exactly 1. 0.98 time tech. Probably, yeah, I think it's time tech. 0.98. It's only 0.02 off. Time tech it is. Time tech. Well, there you go. That's your capacitor roulette for the day. Bit of fun, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way then. I might need to get the microscope out for this. I don't know. We'll see how tiny it is. Have a bit of a tidy up while we're doing that. Just have a bit of a tidy up. And then we'll get Brett's kit out. There she is. Have a bit. Ooh, chase the kit. Let's keep that a little more. Put all my bits away. Away. Okay. So this is Brett's kit. This is the FM radio, the little push button sort of scanning kit. 76. It goes down below our FM band. Sealed it up because there's loads of little tiny pieces in it. So there's the board. Where do we need to be? Down here more. Could be there. So you can see on that the pads for the SMD. Just here. Brett hates SMD work, so I did offer him the option for me to put that on for him, and he said yes. So I've never done one of these before, but I've got the kit to do it. So in theory, should be fairly straightforward, but some famous last words and all that, isn't it? So there's the chip. So I'm sure Brett will be have a lot of fun building this. So I've got two choices with this chip. I can either just go for it and solder it, just use loads of flux and drag solder it, possibly. And there you can see the chip. I've just rested it on the board where it's got to go. I wonder if I can do it with just my goggles on, or whether I'm going to need the microscope. I reckon I can do it with me just the magnifying glasses on. So I've got two choices. I can either use solder paste and the hot air station, or I can just solder it. Can't really get a focus on these. Let's move that radio out of the way. We'll get the overhead camera over. Actually, it'd probably be better if I do it like that. Trying to see which is the best way for the best way for me to solder it. Really is probably going to be, I don't know, I'm going to have to catch one leg first. Okay. Ooh, there he is. What have you got? Some for the else you got? Sorry, I've missed something there, have I? What have you got for the LCR 45? All right. No worries, Brett. You've got some spare ones, have you? So the question really is, do I see what the light's like? Just darken that down a fraction. Do I solder this on with a soldering iron, or do I go for it with a hot air station? I think probably soldering iron. Could make a complete pig's ear of this, but I'll have to take it off with the hot air station. I'm tempted to do this with a hot air station, you know. What's the thoughts? Anybody got any thoughts on it at all? Or are you just going to leave it to me? You're just going to leave it to me? Come on. What am I going to do with this thing down here? Should I just lick it and stick it? I think the chat is lagging quite bad, actually. I've got soda paste, yeah, time tech. That's what I was going to use, soda paste and the hot air station. Oh, right, okay. I have got some hook probes somewhere, Aston, that I could probably join onto those leads, but go for it with solder paste. I think I'm going to do the solder paste, you know. I need to get to grips with my desoldering my air station. Probably use the nozzle I've got on there, although I'd be better off with slightly bigger one. I'm going to go slightly bigger. Get a bit more heat down on it. Because I am going to have a crack at William's AOR at some stage very soon, because he's getting near being next in line. I do want to get that AOR up and running and do a comparison with my AOR, to be honest, so that may be Sunday's stream. Give it a good pasting. Approach your victim from a distance. Drag soldering quick and easy. Yeah, let's do it with paste then. We're going to solder this chip on, Benji. Solder oneth the chippeth. So it's not soldered at the moment. So let me go and get my solder paste a minute from the fridge. I'll be back. Right. Hi Gary, hi Mr. Laser Sound. Is there a bog trotter in the fridge? Doug, I couldn't get any. I have bought some beers in for Sunday actually, from courtesy of Mike's contributions. So, there's my chip quick. Quick chip quick. We're going to appear massive on that, but chip quick. Whee. SMD. No clean. T3. Soda paste. There is loads of different types of soda paste. Trust me, before I got this one, I didn't know what one to get. So I just sort of searched and did a bit of research, and this is what I came up with. I can't remember which one I used last. Doesn't really matter. See if this metal one's clear. Right. So I'm gonna have to get me magnifying goggles on. I'm also gonna have to put the silicon mat down. Otherwise, I'm going to melt my cutting mat. What it was then. Let me just sort that out a minute. Try not to throw everything on the floor. Right. Main camera's a bit bright now. Done to that. Let's move that one out of the way for a second. I went for a big mat because I thought, well, the bigger mat will be will cover my whole desk up. The problem is I can't get nothing else on the desk when the big mat's on. So I should have probably gone for a smaller one. Don't lose that chip, Graham. Right. I think I just thumbed the. Oh no, you can still see. It's all blue now. There we are. So what are we about? There. So we've got a little marking on it. Let's make sure we're focused. Shows us where pin 1 is. So that little dot there is pin 1, and you can see on the board there's a little dot marking it there. So it needs to be sort of there. So let's get the hot air station on. Let's go up, get the temperature up near 300, I think. Should do it. It'll probably cut down by the time we get round to actually doing it. Right, now where's me? What have I done with me solder paste now? Okay. How are we doing? What was the mod for these? I'll sort that out in a bit. Hi Ganesh. Hold down with pointy thing to prevent the victim leaving by air. I was hoping it would stay on all on its own, so I'm just gonna hopefully let's this has been in the fridge, so it's fairly what's the word I'm looking for? It's not very mobile, shall we say. If this all goes terribly wrong, then have to buy Brett another kit, won't I? Right, that's a paste on. That's unpasted. There she is, and the hot air station is, as we thought, decided to go down. So let's Hopefully we won't blow it clean off the board. Okay, we've got a little bit of blobbage there. That's looking pretty good though, to be fair. I'm quite impressed with that. So we just need a little bit of flux. Just on this side. The heat's gone through my mat, look, so... No, don't stop now. Got a little bit too much solder paste there, so let's gonna have to wick that off. It's lifting up my mat. It's lifting up my mat. Don't think I'm going to get it off. No, I need to just wick that off with a bit of Can you see the little blob there? Board's got quite hot now. Where are we? Get the light out of the way. So I'm just going to go in with my soldering iron. A bit more flux. Pull that bridge off. Get down there. There we are. That is pretty good, if I don't say so myself. Just clean it up with a bit of isopropyl. Probably just have a little bit too much solder paste on it. That was the only criticism I could have of myself. Not bad though, is it, for a first like IC install? I don't think so. Try and get it under the camera for you. There you are. What do you reckon? That's not bad for first go, is it? So there you go, Brett. That's it, mate. It's on. It's on. That went very, very well, actually. Much better than expected. The main camera hates this this mat. It absolutely hates it. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't like the blue for some reason. See what I mean? It just hates that blue. Anyway, there you are. That's it. All done. There we go. Another first. How are we doing for time? 5 o'clock. Right, okay. Thanks. Should have been a brain surgeon. So what are we doing here? Ever tried soda paste? The mod for this then, alright, let me just go and grab that a minute then for you. I don't know if this is the whole lot, but this is the guide for it that was kindly provided by Alan over in Ireland. So I shall stick that in with all the rest of it, Brett. So you'll have the manual as well. Coagulated? Yeah, it could be. Are you going to cut and copy as well? What's going on here? Viscous, pliant, congealed. Am I going to cut and copy? What does cut and copy mean, Derek? I'm not with you there. Yeah, it's some little tiny. I mean, that's the difference between the different types of solder paste. Is the actual size of the little micro balls inside it. We've just got the module back in the R600. Belter of a job to get the pins lined up. Brain surgeon. Yeah, cheers. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it was a good go for my first ever try, wasn't it? And so I've obviously picked and reinstalled lots of bits, lots of transistors and resistors, capacitors, etc. But not done a fully fledged IC with the high air station yet. But obviously I have now. Just have a look through this. This is basically the installation instructions for it. How it works. It tells you how it all works. So you should have fun building that, Brett. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, those no, everything else I think is through hole, Brett. Yeah, I think you're okay there. SMD Guru. Yeah, it tells you all about soldering and all sorts there. It tells you how to solder that chip on, look. Yeah, so I haven't done it how they've said. I've done it with hot air station, which I think is better, to be honest. It's a cracking, really neat. I'll stick it under my eyeglass in a minute, but yeah, that's just the instructions for it. Doug was on about the mods for it. Not Doug, Derek was on about the mods. So let's just find my email that Alan sent me, and I'll let you know what he says. Just linked these accounts. It's a bit of pain. Right, let's have a look. Okay. Digital clock one. No, that's the one that I'm going to be making. I'm not sure. I'm just having a quick look now because Alan's very kindly sent me a load of stuff here. Right, Alan did send me the hex kit as well. The problem is I've just linked my two accounts together. Link to inbox. Right, let's go back into my normal mailbox. As Alan's told us all about the heart kit that was a problem. Yeah. Information on the hex kit. Here we go. I'm not sure if this is the yeah, no, that's just some tips on it. Bear with me, I'm still looking down through. PDF, no, I've done that. So Alan's basically sent me an image that clarifies the FM antenna connection possibilities. So pass that information to the giveaway winner. So there's a guy here that's reverse engineered it, if anyone's interested in that. Let me pop that link in there for you. Put this in the chat, and you can click on that and then save it to your thing if you're interested there, Derek. So let's I've got room for me on the page. Let's go onto my screen then a minute. We'll have a quick look down through this. Now, this guy here I'd never heard of before, Dr. Go. I assume it's pronounced Go, G-O-U-G-H apostrophe S. Dr. Goes or Goffs. I think it's pronounced Goes. Tech Zone. And very worthwhile. He's done a lot of these kits. He's done a lot of stuff. And this is 2016. Apparently there is some changes in the production, so this might not be current. So he's saying that he what's he saying? There's a lot of black box kits which didn't offer much of an opportunity to learn about what's actually going on. So it's dismissive of its education. I thought it might be a nice way to occupy an hour of an afternoon just to see what its performance was like. So he's ordered this Hex 3653 base kit, with the Hex is the one that I've just soldered onto the board. So it's an auto scanning FM receiver. Runs off 2 AA batteries. So he said that when it arrived, he decided to build it right away. It wouldn't take long. Yeah, that's famous last words, isn't it? So no instructions. You've got no instructions. We'll have, because I'll send those with it. So that's the board as we had it. It says the component values are notably absent, but on the back of this board, again being a later board, it's actually got it. It's got a little list of what they all are. So really, that's cured that issue. So on the back of the board that we've got the component values written in the solder mask. So some of the pads are a little on the small side. Comfortable hand soldering, so probably not the best introduction to building electrodes, especially considering the SMD IC, which we've already stuck on for Brett, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, start with the SMD chip first. And I came to a problem that R2 was supposed to be a 2.2K resistor, but I only had one NO148 diode remaining. Chinese kit sabotage. Is that a real thing? Kit sabotage? Let me see if I can get my chat up on the screen at the same time. There we go. Chinese kit sabotage. Hopefully you can see that. I think I'm just blocking it a little bit there. Apologies. Let's get rid of me for a second. There you go. So yeah, basically you're going to need to get out of it, Brett, and go through all the parts and make sure you got everything there. I might do that for you before I send it, because I don't want to send it to you if there's anything missing. I've certainly got most of the stuff apart. I obviously haven't got crystal and I haven't got the inductor, but everything else I pretty much have got. So I'll double check that we got everything before I send it, Brett, so you don't have to worry about that. So he said it worked first time when he powered it up, and it sounds very, very good. Audio. It consumes 39 milliamps. You know those loud pop on, pop off because of audio on DC on the audio outputs. Okay, so he's now getting into reverse engineering this kit, so bear with it. So he's got some niggles. It's a loud pop on and pop off. Apparently that's a common annoyance on digital volume control based audio products. And scan being a little slow locking into a station. LED being extremely bright, almost blinding. Included battery odor being weak. This simple and straightforward to construct means that the chances of success are high. That's counterbalanced by the need to solder an SMD component, making it difficult. So he's reverse engineered it then, basically. And he's actually drawn his own schematic. Whoa. Yeah, I think this is something that you're going to have to take away and read yourself, Derek. So all of all, he's saying it's pretty good, to be fair. So I think be useful for you to save that link, Brett. Let's just no, not good picture. Go back to me a minute. Let me just find the other bit that Alan sent. Yeah, so if you copy and paste that link, Derek, have a bit of a look at that after. Let's just have a quick look at the rest of Alan's. Yeah, the only other one is the one that I've already printed out, which is the manual on it. So I'll send that as well, Brett. Just looking back through this email. What Alan has sent is this. Okay. So So yeah, Alan's just taken a screenshot from my video of the underside of the board, and he's just made some notes here. Let me just zoom in on the notes so you can see it a bit better. Can't move it around in this. I don't like this very much, this Explorer, whatever it is. Resize. I just want to be able to move it around with the mouse, but I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Can, you idiot. Apologies. Right. So, FM antenna connection. Link between pins 2 and 3 makes the earphone screen connection the FM antenna. Okay. Or connect an external FM antenna to pin 2, this one. Or connect pin 2 to pin 1. And connect an external FM antenna to the point with the red square. So pin 1 is connected to the red square. Okay, so if you don't do that, you're not going to get an antenna. So maybe that's an issue. And apparently, no connection is made to the 5 volts within B unless the radio is to be controlled externally. So again, I think I'll print that out for you, Brett. So thanks again, Alan, if you're watching, for that. There we go. So I'll send that as well, Brett. And we're looking after you, Brett, aren't we? We're looking after Brett. We're looking after our mate, Brett. Cheers, Brett. Catch you later, mate. How's the yuppie coming on? Right, okay, that was next on the agenda, really. How long have we got? What's it now? 20 past 5. Upatero. Now, somebody has suggested, I think it was Time Tech, suggested looking at a couple other bits to do with that. Let me just put that bit back in there for Brett before we forget it. Let's stick it on the main camera. See, that would have already gone off to Brett, but as I say, I forgot to ask him about putting that chip on, so there we are. So, the Upatero. Now, I have been playing with this to try and get it sorted, and you can see I've got some new battery terminals in there. What I've had to do on this end is actually solder 2 connectors together. So I've joined them with a bit of wire, and then I've soldered the 2 together because they slide in and they stay in this half of the shell. So when you push it down, you've got to make sure these line up with the holes, with the slots. So that's done. I've replaced these 2 terminals as well, but I've got to get my Dremel. I can't find my Dremel at the moment. A Dremel tool, it's a Black & Decker one. I'm just going to take some out of the plastic so as these will sit down further. So that's that. And came in today. Now, what have I done with that? I think I put it in the little pot. This terminal, to replace a really manky and broken one. There. So that's going to replace that one. The problem I've got is that this has got a slot in it and this one hasn't. So I've got to cut a slot down through. This is actually upside down. It sits in the radio the other way up. Sits in the radio like that. So I've got to cut a slot in this piece so as it slots in the holders, because it goes into here. It goes into here, so that before just slotted down like that. Yeah, this one obviously will go in there, but it's hitting the center bar, and I don't want to. I could cut that center bar out, but I'd lose the rigidity of it then. I think I'm probably going to have to epoxy this one in on the back. But that will be the battery, all the battery connectors then sorted 100% as new. Or probably better than new. I mean, it's going to be a little bit awkward with this bottom one feeding the battery in, but you know, at least it'll be usable, which it isn't at the moment. So that was that. The other things I've ordered, or I've got the backup battery now. The backup capacitor. Where's our friend gone? Where is he? They seem to be hiding. Here he is. He's there. Look. Yeah. So I've got the memory cap, super cap even. I've got the SMD caps. They're in. And I've got all the miniature caps as well to replace the other caps. But I think it was Timetech mentioned Dremel cutting wheel, easy peasy. Yeah, it's going to have to be. If I can find the Dremel, Aston, that's the key at the moment. If I can find the Dremel. So I need to find my Dremel first, which is here somewhere because I used it the other day. It's probably downstairs, I expect. I might have chucked it in the shed out of the way. But the other thing that Timetech asked me to check was the IC. So let me just get you on that. And I've actually found it on line. On eBay. New Japan Radio NJM 2070M audio amplifier, because apparently if we've got excessive current draw, it could be this audio chip playing up. So that's an SMD part, so that's another SMD soldering job. That one's going to be a bit tricky. But it might not be that. I need to solder some wires on it and connect it up to my bench supply. I need to just take that chip quick off a minute. Put the lid back on because it's spewing its guts out everywhere. Now that is actually in the radio. If we take this apart again, I've got to remember how to do this now because it's I've sort of got the hang of it now. Not going to come apart now, is it? Yeah, there we go. That's that one there, and just there. Now the audio chip is this one here. I'm not looking at the camera now, am I? I'm looking at my eBay page still. So this is the audio chip. It's a little tiny thing here underneath the encoder. So that's another SMD soldering job to get that one off and put another one on, if that is the problem. I think what I'll need to do is do the rest of the bits first, and then put it on my bench supply and see what sort of current it's drawing. If it's drawing a massive amount of current, then I'm going to have to whip that audio chip off then by the sound of it. So thanks Time Tech for sending that across on YouTube. And again, as I said, anybody that's got any ideas or hints and tips, it all helps, you know. Helps me scratching my head for ages and hours and hours of messing about. Is at least I know where to look, you know. Because I've looked at the documents that Paul very kindly sent me over, and it's a real head blower, this one. It's mental. Crazy bit of kit. Loads and loads of components in it. Very, very much full of ICs. It's all surface mount apart from that one board with the caps on it. Just separate the boards up again. So I might have a go at this one now. I've got the mat on the desk. Might well have a go at this one now. Not right this minute, but so you can see the little memory cap. I don't know what voltage that one's got in it. I wonder if it's still holding some voltage. It certainly seemed to drop off pretty quick, but I think it did settle out. Let's have a look. Got 0.8 of a volt left in it, so it is draining off pretty quick. Let's have a look. The other thing was I did look. I've obviously been looking for a battery door for it, and I found Site Radio World. They haven't got the battery, but they have got one of these. They have got one of these, and they're using this adapter for it. This JUP4. And this one is rated at 300 milliamps, 12 volts. Well, the one I was using is only rated at 80 milliamps. So I know that's the one that came with my Upatero, but this is the one that's advertised, and I've written on the side there 8200, because this is the power supply for my AOR. So it might be that my power supply is not man enough for it. So there's lots of things to look at. Let's say I've got to get the battery terminal sorted. So the next job is going to be to Dremel that out, if I can find it. Let's say you saw that I did the repair to the aerial socket. As I say, this is one of these jobs where we're not going to make anything on this. It's going to take a lot longer than I've sort of charged for it, so to speak. But it's a learning curve for me because I've not worked on one before, so I'm not going to charge people for learning my way around a radio, so to speak. So I've got a capped figure on this plus the parts. So none of the parts are expensive. It's all sort of pence. I think the dearest thing was the battery. Backup battery, but I've managed to get an exact one for that, I believe. So we could pop that one out a minute and do it. I think it's worth having a try in it. Let's turn the desoldering tool on. Now, where did I put the caps? The next thing. There we are. And you'll be surprised at the at the cost of that, to be honest, because I thought they'd be, people are advertising them on eBay for about £4 or £3 something plus the postage. Well, I got these from RS, I believe it was, and they're Panasonic. And let me show you if I can find it. The part, because these are a very common failure point on these radios. In fact, I bought two because I'm going to do mine. So if you've got one of these, you're going to need to do this memory cap at some stage. Super cap, memory cap. Let's have a look then. So let's just log into my account. You'd think RS would sponsor me by now, wouldn't you? I keep showing their stuff all the time. I do use RS as my main supplier, really. Just there's three main suppliers. CPC and Farnell are linked anyway. Although CPC do sometimes have stuff that Farnell haven't got for some reason, or cheaper, which is a bit hard to work out why. So let's get to my orders. Bear with me, and I'll flick onto the screen when I've got the bit I want you to look at. So anybody that's got one of these Upatero, internet's going dead slow again. Where we go? Here we go. MVT 7100. So I've got a few other bits and pieces that I bought in, but overall these are not expensive. Battery holder. SMD caps. Radio gold cap. Here we go. Oh, internet is running mega slow for some reason. I hope we're still keeping in. So, screen cap. Right, I've gone the wrong way. I've gone wrong again on my. We need to lose. That's a picture. So yeah, there you go. £1.70 each in a pack of two. £1.78. That's obviously ex VAT, but that's not a bad price, is it? So it's a Panasonic 0.22 farad super cap. Exactly the same cap that's actually fitted, believe it or not. So if anybody wants a part number, there it is. That's a manufacturer's part number. So I'll stick that down in the chat for anybody that's got one of these. So that's the part number. So let's go back to the main camera. Ideally you need a 12 volt 1 amp linear power supply, not a cheap noisy switching one. If you've been using an 80 milliamp supply, then that's your problem with the dimming display, not the audio IC. Yeah, I think that could be, but I don't know. That is definitely from my scanner. We can try that in a minute. Let's get this cap done anyway for a minute. Let's get the cap done. Cool, it's got some ground plane on that. There we go. Still hasn't sucked all that out, but not quite. Better. Right, so let's pop our new super cap in there. We can get the thing to go in that hole. Still not clear. Suck it from the top. Just clear this hole out. So I'm just going to use a little bit of flux, and it's lead-free solder, I suspect, on it. So that's going to be the issue. Still not clearing it out. Whoa. That's some serious ground plane on that. Flipping heck. I'm going to have to put some fresh solder in there and suck it back out again, I think. Yeah, it's a very well made boards. That's got it. Let's turn that off. Actually, no, I can do the caps while I'm at it. Let's clean that first. Make sure I don't put the old one back in. That's better. Be careful here because I got my finger stuck on one side of it. So that's leaving the other thing on because I could do these caps while I'm on this board. Make sure it's gone through. Yes, it has. A little bit wonky. Let's straighten them up. There we are. So we've got some of these other ones to do. I don't think I'll do the SMD ones today. I'm going to try a new technique getting those off. Although that one's going to be difficult because there's no room around it, but this one I might be able to. So yeah, I need to get a different soldering iron tip, get a high temperature and try and lift these off rather than twisting them. Although these will twist off fine. I'm going to probably have to twist that one off, but I might be doing them for no reason, so, you know. We're still with me? Still with me? You've all gone quiet. I've got you mesmerised, haven't I? So yeah, I thought I'd just do some of these little miniature caps. If again, I'm going to have difficulty doing it with the desoldering gun because there's SMD components right beside it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but if I go right, zoom right in a bit closer. So if you see, they've got a capacitor here to take out. There's an SMD cap right beside it there. So I can't go in with a desoldering tool because I'll take this off as well. So I'm going to have to take that off with some braid, I think. So let's do that one in a minute. So let's have a little braid. Let's probably get the right size there. On page 3 of the user manual, it recommends a 12 volt 200 milliamp supply. Does it really? They're obviously not driving that chip fully then, are they? So that must be the wrong charger then. I swear that's the one that came with my my Upatero. So thanks very much, Time Tech, for that. So what we're saying is the power supply could well struggle. I think what we'll do is we'll so we'll add some the normal solder into that. I'm gonna have to get the old goggles on for this one, I think. Yeah, because literally it's tucked right in. Doesn't want to come out, this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a heat and pull job on that one. Well, I'm going to need to get a lot of heat into it because Can't really see what I'm doing very well here, but he is coming. I've just got to be really careful. I don't want to lift any parts on it. So I'm just putting a fair bit of heat on, but it's connected to ground again. As I say, these caps may be okay, but there he is. So the negative was that side, okay. Where are you? Oh yeah, you are in shot just about. Again, the ground is mental on this board. It just won't clear. It's a huge ground plane for such a little tiny board. They really have gone to town on this one. Put a fresh bit of solder in again. Just work it out. Oh dear. These boards are a bit of a pig to work on. Still don't think I can get the desoldering tool in there. Nearly. I don't know whether this is a 3-layer board, I don't know, but it's a hell of a big ground plane. It's probably sandwiched in the middle of it, I suppose. Still not going. Power supply's failed. No, we did test the power supply, Doug. It could be that the set's drawing too much ampage for that power supply. Try to get my old-fashioned solder sucker here. So I think this is just that little bit too close to that. Okay, let's see if I can get my desoldering gun in there. No. No. I can't get it in there without it touching the surface mount capacitor. Just trying to clear this hole if you're wondering what I'm doing if you've just joined. There's a hellish ground plane on this thing. It actually did clear then for a split second. And then it filled itself back up again. It is a game working on these boards. Nope, still not. He won't clear. Hopefully Mrs. Crunch will get that downstairs. This board is unbelievable. Yeah, that's my next. I'm just looking at a solder leg there, Doug. Capacitor leg. Just to try and drag the solder out of the hole, really. I think that might just be a little bit too big. Need a finer one. Yay! At last. Capacitor leg sorted it. Let's turn that off because I'm only going to do this one now. $100 microfarads, 6.3 volts. Now I had to buy these in because I didn't have any small enough to go in the hole. 100. There we go. Still, yeah, just. And really, that soldering iron tip's too big, so I'm going to have to go with... Yeah, that's better. Go with the angled one. Take that one out. Put this angled, smaller chisel tip in. That'll allow me to go over the top of that SMD cap. Okay. Okay, that's gone. This other one shouldn't be too difficult. But now we've got a bridge there. I knew that was going to happen. Just wondering whether that cap is actually connected across there anyway. I should be doing this under the microscope really, I think, because it is tiny, but I can just about see what I'm doing through here. This miniature. So it sounds like we've got an inadequate mains power supply, doesn't it? I think we can safely say. It's connected anyway. That's a bit blobby there. Yeah, those caps are in parallel. So just need to tidy it up a little bit with the braid. Hopefully all the others aren't that hard and I've picked the most difficult one first. Yeah, I should be so lucky. Let's pull some of this excess solder off of this pin. Tell you what, the ground plane on this is phenomenal. hellish ground plane on it. Ah, there we are. That's better. Well, that wasn't the easiest of capacitors to change, was it? Jeez. I suppose the $60 million question now is the $1 million question. Why 60 million and why dollars? Was that worth changing that cap? Is this one knackered or not? This could be a pointer as to whether I bother doing the other ones or not. So this is 100 microfarads. 100 microfarads. If it's for you, you're not in. What's that? It's all going a bit quiet in here, isn't it? What have I done? Have I done something wrong? Someone dropped the bomb? 100 microfarads. It's gone low, look. 81.5. Oh, it's for the phone, sorry. That has gone low. Yeah, that probably does mean I'm going to have to do them, doesn't it? I think that is the hardest one that I've done first, though. Oh, I think, no, hang on. That might be famous last words. How the hell are you supposed to get in and desolder these things? Especially with a huge ground plane like that. Well, that one's going to be mega hard to get out. That one is going to be extremely hard to get out. The problem is they've used SMD and why didn't they just use all SMD? Just looking at the caps now, just seeing how easy. So that one's not too bad. That one'll come out okay. That one's going to be hellish difficult. Yeah, they're a real pig to do these, by the looks of it. Oh well. I wonder if we can just hook the thing up a minute and try it like that. As I said, I'd like to power it up from my bench supply. I can do that now. I've put those new terminals on actually. Yeah, so I could. Let's try power it from my bench supply a minute. Of course, it does blow it right out, doesn't it? Doesn't like this blue background for some reason. The camera, I don't know what. 64,000 question was a crooked TV game show back in the 50s. That's must where we got it from. As I say, I can pop those connectors out and connect that to my bench supply now. So, I'm just wondering. It's a 12-volt charger, but this is obviously only 6-volt supply, isn't it? There's only 4 batteries in there. Let's give it a try. So I've done the memory cap, and I've done one of the caps up near. Where was that based? Yeah, that's near the power supply. So that's one of the power supply caps I've just changed. So that might make a difference anyway. Let's see if we can get this back together for a quick test. Right, let's grab my bench supply. It's already on 6 volts, which is good. I can find the probes, that's one. It's the other one. It's drawn 120 milliamps. But it is holding in there now. Let's connect an aerial up. It's gone down to 100 milliamps now. Step. Turn that squelch down. It's annoying, isn't it? Right, well, I'm on 145. Mystery solved, yeah. So what is the what is the current draw of this? It's dropping, so it's down to 9 now. I'm not sure what the current draw of this is. That would explain why my 80 milliamp supply was bombing out and saying no battery. I need to get... No. Here we go, wide AM.
Classic FM. That's after Ludovico Einaudi. That we go from country to country week by week. So every week I've recorded a jingle in that language, which has basically given me a little project to do at home. So like I had to do one in Japanese, I had to do one in French, and this week we were in space. So I basically just...
It's drawn about 100 and... Let me get onto a station. It's about 110, 120 milliamps, Doug. That's flat out.
Kind of Stranger Things-esque, and it's genuinely really good. It's not a rubbish one. It's not a rubbish one. Get that on the... There's some real... What's that supposed to be about, baby? Can't free up your back.
Perfect. She's on a roll.
Security law is nothing to fear.
It's a cracking little scanner, this.
But an increasingly competent
China has decided to act. The big question.
Try radio 2. Should be there. There you are. I mean, even on minimum volume, it's drawing 90 milliamps. So that other charger was absolutely rubbish, wasn't it? Absolutely rubbish. That other charger. 140 milliamps nominal, 100 milliamps standby. 10 milliamp safe, whatever that is. Not sure. So it's doing about 90 milliamps on standby, looking at my meter, and it's doing about 110, 120 on full whack. So I think pretty much it's the power supply. So once I've got those battery contacts sorted, that'll be it, finished. Let's have a look at that super cap now as well. Let's just turn that off. Come on, let go. Thank you. So let's just have a look and see if that one's holding its charge now. Dead solid. 4.25. It's dropping slightly, but nothing like the other one was. Yeah, so that was definitely a problem, that one. So that's all I've done. I've just changed that one and that one. And that's pretty much sorted it. But then, as I say, part of the problem was the power supply was no good. What is it? So at 12 volt, it'll run at half the current. I'm not sure, Doug. It's strange they've got a 12 volt power supply going in. There must be. I mean, yeah, of course, it's got the voltage regulator there, hasn't it? Cheers, Derek. Catch you soon, mate. Yeah, it's got that regulator straight in there. So it's. I don't know why they're using 12 volt. Maybe it's just the only charger that they had in mind at the time. You might run at less current at 12 volt, Doug. Just clean that off. Yeah, so it's a 78M06T regulator, so it's a 6 volt regulator, but it can take, obviously can take 12 volts input. So I think all that's probably left to do is just for me to sort the battery contacts, and then that one's done. Where's that camera? Where's that camera going? Oh, it's that one. I can see this weird picture, but it's the overhead camera. It's pointing up in the air. What the hell is going on there? Well, people, I will see you Sunday, Derek. Have a good one, mate. So the power supply you have for it is 12 volt, 200 milliamp. That's probably more like it. I don't know where this one's come from. It's definitely a scanner power supply. And it's the right plug. And I'm sure it's the one that I got for this radio. For my radio. There, Scan Master. So it is for a scanner. £12 volts, 80 milliamps. And I was sure that this is the one that I had with my Upatero, but obviously not. So the only problem we've got left with this one now, apart from sorting the battery terminal, is the back door on it, the battery door. So anybody's got a spare battery door for a Upatero MVT 7100, let me know. Yours doesn't have a brand name. When I'm assuming these are heavy supplies, so there is a transformer in there. It's not a switch mode, and that's the same. That's heavy. It's definitely not a switch mode. But yeah, if you've got one of these, you probably are going to need to change that memory cap, because that one just wasn't holding its charge. You know, that one had gone low, so put the correct size one in there now in the power supply. It's got, yeah, it's definitely in series with this regulator, that one. There's quite a high use cap, that one, I would assume, when you've got it plugged into the mains. I don't think it would be used otherwise. No, it wouldn't. So it's only going to cause problems when it's plugged in via the adapter, that one. So I'll have a word with the owner, see if he wants me to just leave it as is or whether he wants it recapped. We shall see. But as I say, the main thing is getting the battery terminal sorted. And then see if I can do anything with the battery door itself. Yeah, mine was brand new as well, and I bought that charger with it at the same time. I'm sure I did. Unless I'm cracking up, but I have that other one has definitely got my AOR 8200 written on the side of it. Oh well. Pretty much that's it for today, people. I'm pretty much done everything I was going to look at, so the RFM3 sorted, and we've had a little bit of a play with some SMD soldering. So Brett's kit's all ready to go, and then we've had a play with the Upatero. So we've had a bit of a mixed bag today, look. So is the company still in business? What, Upatero, Doug? I really don't know. I've not heard of anything from them for quite some time, to be honest. 194 Maplin Electronics. It's a cracking scanner. If anyone's in the market for a decent scanner that's easy to use, and it's really good quality bit of kit, then that's it. And they are reasonable. They are reasonable. Glad I kept my bits and bobs hidden. 1994, right? Yeah, that's probably about right. I bought mine back in the 80s, Time Tech, so. Anyway, people, thanks for joining me today. As I say, feel free to leave any comments underneath. And if you're not subscribed, then hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell and you'll get a notification. Good stuff, Benji. You had a few problems keeping up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether it's my internet's slow or other people are having problems. I don't know. But anyway, I'll catch you all on Sunday. Not sure what's happening Sunday. We might look at the AOR. We might do. That is a pretty scary bit of kit, that is. So, cheers, people. Catch you on Sunday, round about 1:30. Bye for now, and stay safe, obviously.